Ngayong gabi sa reaksyon, balak mo bang bumili ng SUV na Mitsubishi Montero Sport? Isip-isip mo na mga kapatid, ilang motorista na kasi ang nagreklamo na ipatigil daw ang pagbebenta ng mga unit nito dahil sa biglaang pagbilis sa pagtakbo ng nasabing sasakyan o yung tinatawag na sudden unintended acceleration o SUA. Sa mga reklamo, bigla na lang daw humahalt yan at nasisira parang ang preno, no? Umabot na sa 6 ang namatay dahil daw sa palyado umanong mga sasakyan. Sa kasalukuyan, mahigit 90 na ang nagreklamo sa nasabing modelo ng SUV. May problema nga ba talaga sa mga unit ng Montero Sport o human error lamang ito? Yan ang ating tatalakayin kasama ang automotive journalist na si James Deakin. Magandang gabi ulit sa iyo, James.
Magandang gabi po.
Welcome back to Reaksyon.
Thank you.
So, ano ang basa mo bilang isang eksperto sa mga kotse? Ano kaya ang nangyari dito? May basehan ba sa mga reklamo at may basehan ba ang mga kasagutan ng mga taga Mitsubishi?
This phenomenon's been around since I think the 80s. That's as far as back as I can remember.
Yung
Audi
SUA.
5000. Yung SUA.
So, nangyayari talaga yun?
It comes in cycles, yes. So I think the first one that I was aware of, where it became a really big story, and it resulted in the death of a 6-year-old boy. Of course,
wow.
the whole nation was horrified. We don't want to live in a world where cars just accelerate by themselves and do their own thing. But it was proven very clearly there after a lengthy court case that it was actually, there was first on 60 Minutes. Can you imagine a show like 60 Minutes showed it, and there was the pedal was moving on its own.
Okay.
Horrified people.
The pedal was moving on its own. So it's not human error.
It turned out later that it was fraudulent. People had actually, that the plaintiff had actually installed that into the car to make it seem that that happened. So it was now debunked and the case was closed.
For what
money,
purpose?
for maybe...
But at the cost of a 6-year-old's life?
Well, I don't think it was a 6-year-old's case. It was the case of the 6-year-old's case had happened, and then people had come through, class action suits followed, etc.
Some people took advantage.
Yes, some people took advantage. And I guess this is what I'm seeing here. Now, having said that, I don't want to discount the fact that there are people out there that genuinely in their hearts believe that there was sudden acceleration with their vehicles, because there are some things that cannot be explained. And when you have an accident, any traumatic experience like that, usually your memory solidifies around what you remember doing, not what you were consciously aware of not doing. And that could result, it could have been misapplication of the pedal. It could have been a floor mat that was pushed forward.
Madalas ba nangyayari yun?
Oh yes, it can happen easily. I mean, it's happened to me, but that's...
So ano nangyayari yung floor mat? Parang nape-press down yung
Nabapunch up.
silinyador.
Minsan,
nabapunch up. So,
yeah.
no, pag nabapunch up siya, di syempre, hindi mo matapakan yung accelerator, di ba? So,
Oo, pero minsan, pag isipin mo, if you're pushing your floor mat forward, kasi it's an ill-fitting floor mat, and then it's bunching up, pushing up against the accelerator, and then all of a sudden, it's just sort of, you take your foot off the accelerator, and it keeps going.
But the floor mat, it's still there.
Yeah, and you're like, wait, my foot's off, I don't understand. So, but then once the trauma hits in, remember, that's just in human nature, the way that we remember things. It will solidify around what we remember doing, and with not the things that we were consciously aware of. So, I guess the only thing that I can safely say is when people ask me directly, do you believe in sudden acceleration? And I can only go by the facts that after 1986 to now, all the exhaustive research done by even NASA was brought into the last one in 2010, and they were tasked to study the one of Toyota in 2010. That is NASA. They couldn't prove it. So they came up with a statement saying there is absolutely no evidence to point to any defect in any vehicle in the history of vehicles that can cause sudden acceleration.
Okay, mechanical electronic failure. Di ba pagka automatic yung car, pag naka-parking siya, di ba, it should be on parking, right? And technically, you won't be able to really start the car until you've moved down the gear to drive, right? Tama ba ako doon?
Oo, tama.
So ito, bakit nila ginagawang dahilan ito? Maaari bang nangyari na umandar na kaagad yung kotse kahit nasa park? Is it possible?
I can't believe that. That part I can't.
Yun,
No. What vehicles, they lacked the lock from park to drive. That became a safety feature that had to be installed after a certain amount of time.
right.
So there were some early models.
So merong ganun na model. And
Meron
then,
before.
Oo, pinalitan nga nila
I
to
think
make
by
sure,
memory,
di
the
ba,
last
na wala
one was, I remember one of a Korean brand didn't have it in, I think, as far as back as 2011 or something like that. And then they eventually installed it as a safety feature. Because you shouldn't be allowed to move from park to drive without putting your foot on the brake.
That's right.
Okay, so that's one thing.
Okay. What about the sticky pedal?
Sticky pedal I think it's rare, but it can happen because it's just a result of maybe wear and tear, age, introducing foreign items into the,
But
anything.
could that have happened to the Montero?
The sticky pedal for me will happen when you take your foot off the gas, and it's also hard really from a standstill to going into a wall.
Be sure to come back. News 5 everywhere. Copyright 2015.